Yo, if you're a naturally skinny guy and you're struggling to grow your arms, trust me, bro, I've been there. This is me 2 years ago. I had no arms whatsoever, bro. I had absolutely nothing on my arms, bro. I even remember I used to go out like in long sleeve shirts because I was insecure about how big my arms were. But I always wanted like big arms. So today I'm gonna give you guys the exact tips that help me go from these twigs to this without wasting all the time that I did doing the wrong things in the gym. Alright, so in this video I'm going to give you guys the 3 most important tips that I started doing to help me grow my arms to where they are now. I'm not going to tell you guys to just eat more, lift heavy. You guys have had that shit a million times, These are real actionable tips that have helped me actually move the needle for me. So let's get into it. Alright, so the first thing you guys need to start doing is you need to train your arms directly. What I mean by this is, you don't need arm day hype. As a skinny guy, you need to isolate your biceps and triceps. It's not enough to just hit them. When you're hitting your back, you hit some biceps, and then when you're hitting, chest, you hit some triceps. No, that's what I used to do, and I didn't notice any gains in my arms for over a year, bro. It's only the last 6 months that I added an arm day, dedicated arm day, into my workout routine. You need to be hitting your arms, your biceps and triceps at least 2 to 3 times a week. And this doesn't just only go for arms, like if you look at your physique and you say, okay, I need to grow my chest, it means you need to put more emphasis into that muscle. So, if your chest is your strong point, you have less chest days and you focus on muscle groups that you're lacking in. So if you know that you're trying to grow your arms, you need to start hitting your arms more often. I recommend actually every single time you go hit the gym, even after leg day, bro, if you're really serious about growing your arms, why not do some bicep curls at the end of your leg workout? Why not do some tricep push downs at the end of your shoulder day, the end of your chest day, Just add them in there. You should be hitting them. I said 2 to 3 times, but realistically, if you were as skinny as I was, you need to be hitting them at least 5 times a week. Yes, guys, 5 times. And that brings me to my second tip. Guys, this is going to be a bit controversial, but I'm going to tell you guys to start prioritizing your triceps more than you prioritize your biceps. Now, guys, hear me out. Ever since I started going to the gym, bro, it's always been bicep curls, bro. But, I only started seeing my arms grow. Let me put it this way. I know you guys who are skinny, you've always wanted to fill out your shirt, right? You always wanted wear a t-shirt, there's no space, you fill out that t-shirt, your whole arm. The only way you guys are gonna see that change, bro, is gonna be if you focus on growing and putting mass on your triceps. Guys, I'm not really a science guy, but I do know that the triceps make up most of the arm. So you need to start hitting your triceps way more often, bro. You need to focus on growing your triceps more than you train your biceps. I'm not saying completely neglect your biceps, because when you're doing when you're training your back, when you're doing pull-ups, all sorts of exercises, you're indirectly hitting your biceps, but the triceps not as much. So I definitely started seeing my arms gain a lot of size when I started hitting my triceps more often, bro. Started doing push downs, progressively overloading with the weights and all that, bro. Trust me, if you want to fill out your shirts, bro, you're gonna have to prioritize your triceps. Triceps has to be your best friend, bro. Guys, just look at the difference in the size of my arms. Look at this picture. This is 6 months ago, bro. I used to just, I used to go in, do my bicep curls, triceps. Maybe I'll do one push down, just get a pump and get out. Just look at the difference in the size of my arms, bro. All that is tricep, bro. Just look at that. Yes, guys, and that brings me to my third and final tip. I think this one is actually the most important tip that has helped me add significant size to my arms, and that is mind-muscle connection. Guys, before I really understood the meaning of this concept, bro, I just used to hear YouTubers talking about it, people on the internet, I never actually understood what it meant. Mind-muscle connection, you need to make sure you lower the weight and you make sure you feel your muscle working in every single movement you do. Don't just ego lift. Don't go in there curling like 20 kg dumbbells, just throwing them around, Make sure you're feeling it in the muscle. Every movement you do, bro. Every single movement you do, you must feel it in the muscle. Mind-muscle connection is real, bro. You need to stop ego lifting, especially with your arms, bro. Arms they're a small muscle group. They're not like, you don't need to be ego lifting. You need to lower that weight, slow it down, My arms grew faster in 3 months of focused mind-muscle lifting than in the 2 years I spent just throwing the weight around, bro. So you guys need to find exercises. Another thing I started doing was I found exercises where I felt my muscle working the most. Don't just go on YouTube, search top 3 bicep exercises, top 3 tricep exercises, and then just copy them. No. If you're doing a movement and you're not feeling it in your muscle, swap it out for a different movement, bro, Right, guys, and those are gonna be my 3 biggest, most important tips to grow your arms as a skinny guy. Look, guys, if I can go from this to this, there's no reason why you guys can't do it as well. If you clicked on this video, I know you're not a genetic freak. I know you're natural. I know you've been skinny. You want to get big arms. I've been there. I've been in that same position you're in. Just implement these 3 tips into your workout routines, and I promise you guys, be patient and be consistent, and stop guessing, because these tips work if you work. So if you've learned something from this video, if this video has helped you, make sure you leave a like on the video, drop a comment. If you want to see one of the videos, I can make a video where I show my full arm workout. I can make a full breakdown of everything I'm doing if you guys want it. Don't forget to subscribe to the channel.